and welcome to The Bond, where we connect with nature. So today I would like to explain something about a fantasy. You know how runway models are always perfect and they walk on the red carpet for a paparazzi event or they walk down the catwalk. But imagine if walking down the catwalk was not with people, but with dogs with human handlers. And imagine if the couture that you're looking at is on a dog or a cat. And now imagine if someone with an incredible atelier with the French background for the Paris fashions was able to design something for your dog that you could actually buy, something attainable. Well, welcome to Shantell Designs. And today we're going to be talking to someone who is designing something to make your dog look amazing. Be it a wig made from yarn to give your dog a little bit of personality, or something that's a little bit more edgy. Maybe something a bit glamorous with peacock feathers, or something that's just so cute and beautiful it makes them look like they're from a Cinderella fairy tale. Well, we today are going to be talking to someone who explains everything about her inspiration, her passion, and how she was able to make it come to life, and also how you might be able to get something similar for your household dog and turn them into a movie star. So with that, I would love to welcome Shantell from Shantell Designs. And Shantell, can you hear me?
Yes. Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad that you're here. And we love your passion that you have for the dogs. And I would like to ask you, the first question is, with any fashion, sometimes it is unobtainable. It is for one size, one style of body. So with dogs, we have just as many varieties as we have with people. So how do you make your fashions inclusive to all sizes and shapes?
I love your question because all dogs are cute, all cats are cute. No matter the size they have, and they deserve their outfits. If they are tiny, or even if they are so large that you can imagine them fitting in an outfit. So yes, what I do is since 2017, I've been focusing more on customized and personalized outfits. Mm-hmm. This is why I do it, because people want their pet to have clothes that fit. Mm-hmm. So this is the only way to make sure that an outfit will fit on the dog or on the cat. So what I do is I customize based on their measurements. So I make sure that the outfit fits from the neck, the chest, back length, the waist, no matter if they have long legs, short legs, long hair, no hair at all, or short hair. So yes, every pet deserves an outfit.
Does that mean you can have an outfit for a teacup poodle, but also a Great Dane dog, or even a small miniature horse, if they wanted to have one of your outfits?
It would be possible. I haven't designed for
a horse yet?
No, not yet. But anyone who is interested, please come my way. Send them my way. I will do it for sure. That's very, very challenging.
Of course, because you have hooves, not paws. But we don't want to cover too many species. We'll just stick with dogs and cats today. Do you have a product that is no size, something that is one size that fits all?
One size fits all. It's difficult for clothes, but I have designed toys for dogs mainly. So my most popular is the Iggy toy. It's a toy made in the form of an Italian greyhound. Maybe I have a card I can show you. I don't know if
very cute.
It looks like that, but in a polar fleece material, and it's lined, so it's durable. It's strong enough for the teeth, So that is my most famous toy.
That is fantastic.
Pardon me?
What is it called again? What is the name of your toy?
It's the Iggy toy.
Edie toy. Okay.
Iggy, like Tika the Iggy. You know Tika the Iggy, the most popular, famous dog on earth.
Oh!
So it's Iggy. It's
You have
a
educated me.
diminutive. I don't know if it's
Yes.
an English term, but an English word to say that it's Iggy is Italian Greyhound in short.
I see. Okay, thank you for explaining it to our audience, who is just loving hearing you right now.
And it's available in two colors, ready to ship colors, gray and brown. But
Fantastic.
I also designed them based on pictures. I customize them, so pet owners can send me pictures of their pet, and I customize the toy
Just
to
for them.
look like their pet.
Oh,
So
how
they love
cute!
it.
How cute!
They give it to their pet at Christmas, at their birthdays. So it's a gift, very appreciated. And I even have had a customer who asked me to keep a side of the toy open, so she could put her dog cremains inside.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
I was so moved by that, and
Yes.
she wanted to put also a lock of his hair inside and to sew it after. So
Well,
yeah,
dogs definitely become part of the family because they have such a lively personality, and all of the personalities are different. So they are so unique and individual. I think it's wonderful how you have designs that are unique and individual. But what if a pet store wanted to get some designs from you? What would you recommend to the buyer of a pet store to make sure that it's something that would fit most sizes? Do you have something that's adjustable?
Adjustable, not to the point, not to the
Not for the individual dogs, not for so many different styles. So you
Yeah,
prefer
it's different.
remaining bespoke and custom for each individual
I
size?
prefer that because I'm sure that way the outfit will fit. But there are coats that I could make that would grow with the dog. For instance, I could put lanière. I don't know the word in English, but maybe cords or
Like
ropes, not
gussets
ropes, but,
or something, right? To make it, to allow it to be an accordion, to make it bigger. I see.
Well, thank you for helping me with my English. Yeah, that's what I meant.
No,
I
you
could
have
do
the
that.
style.
I have never done that, but I could do that for sure. And sometimes I'm making pajamas. Like this one.
Pajamas? Oh, how
This
cute.
one
A
is
cow pajama.
tiny, not a teacup, but tiny.
Yes.
And I could do also very, very large one.
Oh!
On the screen. So yeah, it's difficult to have a one size for all dogs, or all size. They are so different. It's still the same.
course.
There are all 4 legs or 3 legs. I have a 3-leg client customer.
Of course.
Yeah.
So,
But
So
it's
what-
difficult to have one size fit all.
Of course, I understand. So for a pet store, you would recommend perhaps your toy as opposed to the clothing, because the toy is one size, most sizes. Okay.
Yeah, I also have my wedding collection. I do pillows for rings because dogs are part of weddings now, you know.
Of
so
course.
they go in the alley and they bring rings to their
Absolutely.
moms and dad, or dads or moms, because we know with Pride we have moms and dads that are So they bring rings. So maybe that or my toys. Let me think about something that could be all size.
Well, I am glad that this interview will inspire you to do something. As soon as we air, you'll have something available for the public. Well, let me ask you about the concept of humanization for dogs and cats, and basically treating them like members of our families. What do you think about that, and how does that trend influence your designs when you envision something?
Yeah, humanization is something that inspires me, because many people are asking to create an outfit that is inspired from something they saw on a star, in a movie, at a fashion show, on a stage somewhere, a music festival, or so they saw a piece and they want the piece, not for them, maybe for them too, but they think about their pet first.
Of course.
Or I have one client, one customer who asked me to do something for Barbie movie. For example,
something
she was
pink.
going to the movie. I don't know how she did that, but she went to the movie with
Yes.
her dog, and she wanted
to have him in a Barbie-like outfit.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm asked many times to create something inspired by major events such as Met Gala, music shows, fashion shows, Fashion Week, and before Christmas, New Year's Eve.
The weddings.
Yeah.
So,
weddings,
so what have you done? The Met Gala is known for its over-the-top fashions, for just things that are like museum pieces that the people wear. So have you created something that's equivalent to a museum piece that a dog would wear?
Yeah, I've created a few pieces, very interesting pieces. For example, Tika de Iggy was asked to go to the Coptic show last year. And she went with one of my gowns I made specially for that event. And the gown was inspired by Coptic Creations. I don't know if you know the designer. It was in Paris. Tika went there. She was on the first row. Imagine that.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, and she was photographed on the red carpet as the other stars. So she was wearing my gown.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, and she also slayed the runway at the Cashmere annual show. I don't know if you know Cashmere, but Cashmere is a brand of paper tissue here in Canada.
Okay.
I think it's broader than that. I think that Cashmere is in the US also, but
the brand name. Okay.
Brand name. Do you know Cashmere?
You can give us an example of something, and we can take a look at it.
Yeah, it's paper tissue.
Are you talking about the kind of fur, or are you talking about the brand name of?
The brand name is Cashmere.
The brand name is
the same name as the fabric. You're right.
Right. I know the fabric.
Cashmere is so soft. It's paper tissue. So I made a dress entirely made of paper tissue for Tika de Iggy, and she went on the runway with it. So yeah,
so
paper dress.
It sounds like you're willing to experiment with new materials.
Yeah.
So you don't just use cotton or wool, you use everything in your designs. As you're doing your research, do you ever consider something about being sustainable or ecological? Or are you mostly looking for something that gives instant drama? So like tissue paper is not going to be as strong as fabric, like silk or wool. So do you have a concept that this design needs to make an impact? It doesn't matter what it's made out of for this event, but then do you also think about, can this be washed? Can it be easy to maintain for the owner?
Yeah, and you are talking also about green, environmental, sustainability. Yes, I'm more and more sensitive to climate change, and I ask myself what I can do for environment to become more green in all my activities, from the moment I shop my fabrics to the moment I ship my items to my customers. So yeah, I'm. Sometimes, like the paper tissue dress, it's something out of this world I like to create for one event.
Okay.
But most of the time, I would say that durability, sustainability is something I have in mind in all the aspects of my work. So yes, it's very important. I buy more and more recycled fabrics. I buy dead stock fabrics.
Okay.
I found a great business here in Canada, which is called Fab Cycle, like fabulous cycle,
Fab Cycle,
or fab like fabric, maybe.
Taking dead stock fabric so that you can use it in your designs.
Yeah, I take more and more of them. Ecotech fabrics too, because
Hmm.
they are tested for harmful substances. So if they are
Yep.
tested for that, they are great. They are better for the skin. Because I have also a baby collection, a human baby collection.
Oh,
So yeah, so I'm more aware of all of that. So I try to shop locally, regionally, nationally. And
okay.
sometimes I have to go overseas to buy some specialized fabric made of rhinestones that I don't want to put myself one to one on the
Of
fabric, for
course, of course, of
instance.
course.
Sometimes I do that.
And
I'm making something.
you need to make sure the dogs can eat it and not like get a choking hazard. So yes, it needs to.
Exactly, exactly. Must be safe at all times. So yes, yes.
Well, I would like to ask you after we come back from break about when you have entered a fashion show and if you've thought about having your own fashion show, but we'll get that answer after we come back from this very short break. Stay with us. We have more exciting stuff to talk about with Shantell of Shantell Designs. And we are back, and we're going to find out a little bit more about fashion and haute couture for dogs and cats, and possibly a miniature horse from Shantell of Shantell Design. So, Shantell, are you able to tell me a little bit about how you have interacted with fashion shows?
I have interacted with fashion shows in many different ways. As I mentioned before, with the fabulous Tika de Iggy, I was everywhere on the planet from Paris, New York, not Milan yet, but I hope so one day.
Soon.
So I participate indirectly to fashion shows like Copernicus show with Tika wearing my gown. And by the way, this is a gown that she wore to on a Netflix show recently.
Oh,
So I'm
very
very
nice.
proud that my gowns are worn.
Yeah, award-winning shows and on the big screen and the little screen.
So my gown were more than once, and I'm proud to say that. So it's sustainability first.
I love that.
You can wear a piece of clothing that is majestic, that is out of this world more than once. So if you buy a piece of clothing for your dog, make sure that they will wear it more than once.
Excellent tip.
Yeah. And I participated in some fashion shows here locally in Quebec City. I was invited to some discovery days too to present my new products. It's always a good way to have a feeling of what customers are looking for. And
The trends.
Trends also, yes. And I'm very inspired by the fashion shows around the world in Milan, New York, Paris, everywhere.
So
So yeah.
some designers will have a live fashion show, and other designers will have a trunk show, which is basically without models, in order to show their new season's offerings. Are you planning on doing something similar to that when you come up with a new set of designs? Will you announce it all at once, or will you release it on your website as one new design is available?
I would be interested in the trunk idea.
Do you like the trunk show? So you go to a store and you say, here's one thing and here's another thing.
Yeah,
So,
but for now, I must admit that until I retire from my full-time job, because I have a full-time job during the day, I work in my atelier nights and weekends,
Okay.
and I'm also a photographer. So this is very, very
busy. You're a very busy lady.
busy.
Yes.
Yeah, I work mostly each week. I work between 70 and 80 hours.
That's
So,
very dedicated. Very dedicated.
yeah,
So when
I'm
you create,
passionate about my craftsmanship, so I want to continue that until I retire for good. And from now until then, without employees, it's very hard to do all that by myself.
of course.
Um,
So tell me,
but
now that you brought up how many hours that you work each week, tell me about what lessons you've learned, because that shows a tremendous amount of dedication. So
Yeah.
what inspires you? What makes you persevere? What drives you?
what drives me, it's my passion for creation. Without that, I don't know where I'd be. I don't know what I would become. It's part of me. I'm dedicated to my craftsmanship. I'm passionate about what I do. I love creating with my own hands. I'm not complaining that I'm the only employee, because I love touching fabric, sewing. I love draping. I love all of that. So yes, one day I will share that with another person. But for now, I'm the only one, and it comes with a lot of challenges, because when you don't have any employees,
like what challenge? What challenges do you have?
You have to do all by yourself from the moment you
start
sketches, design, pattern making, marketing, accounting, all of that I do all by myself. Maybe that's why I work that much, but
I have heard that in some places, for example, in England, let's take, for example, they have bespoke shoemakers and suit makers, and they take a pattern for one customer and they put that on file. And when that customer comes back, they have all of the measurements for their customer. When you take personal customized orders, do you also have a way of storing that? So you say, oh, little tiger has, this long legs and this type of a neck, and and now when the birthday comes up, I can make a suggestion for what would be a great birthday outfit for a birthday party you can have with your dog. Do you do that sort of?
I do.
Outreach? You do?
I do. I keep a file for each client with the sewing pattern I made, the basic sewing patterns and all the others after, because I have loyal customers and I love them so much. I cherish them so much. So yes, I keep a file on my computer with all the sewing patterns, but I do them by hand. So I scan them. I keep them in a file and in paper format too, to be sure that I will find them if I need to. And I take notes, because each time I'm producing something for a client, I want to make sure that it fits perfectly. So I'm always asking if the fit is great, or if there is something that could be improved. Yes. So yeah, I keep notes of that, and each time a client is coming back, I'm starting a new project, but based on what I have. So I keep measurements. Sometimes they add, they gain weight.
Oh, Well, during the holidays, we all gain weight. Even the dogs and cats in our lives.
Yeah, that's so funny. So I have to adjust my patterns, and I start from there. So yeah, that's a great way to keep also the trends and the preferences. And yeah, I can suggest new outfits for a certain occasion or sort of special.
That's fantastic. That was my
yes.
next question.
Yeah.
Like, will you remind them when an event is coming up? It's Valentine's Day. Maybe you want this one for your dog or something along those lines. I think that's fantastic. So it sounds like what you're doing is you have a line of clothes that help people actually bond with their dogs and cats a little bit more. It helps with humanizing them and also inspiring you to make different types of clothing. So the one type of clothing you shared is something that's comfortable for the dog, but looks unique and is something they can wear again. Another type of clothing is something that's outrageous and fantastic and perfect for the gala or a museum or some other event, some other major event where there'll be lots of paparazzi and photography and just make it a very special event. So it sounds like you have both styles. Is that accurate or?
Exactly. I love doing both. Because, but I must say that
yes?
Comfort always come first.
Comfort.
Even with comfort,
yes?
To be comfortable in an outfit,
yes.
It's a must. It's the key. Even if it's a gown with a lot of tulle, rhinestones everywhere, I want to make sure that the dog will be able to walk in it, maybe run in it.
Run in it, okay.
Maybe not in the stairs, but run in it if necessary. And the most of all, they have to be comfy. They have to feel comfy in it. So yeah, even if it's a creation that you won't see anywhere else, they will be comfortable in it.
And the wigs that you make a wig that's basically like it's like a tube they put over there to keep their ears warm, but you've made like pigtails and such amusing things. It's just so cute.
Yeah, I love doing those. I was so inspired by Tika. Tika is one of my muses. I have many muses that keeps me inspired. And Martini, who was a Chihuahua who died last year, she crossed the bridge in 2023, and she was one of my favorite and first muse. And I created those pom-pom hats you saw maybe in the wig hat. I was inspired by her and by Tika also, because Tika was the first to wear my wig. Because usually Tika wears high fashion because she is an Italian Greyhound with long legs, and I've made many gowns for her, many dresses. So,
and she's your main model?
Funny to see her. Pardon me?
Well, I think that is fantastic. And I wanted to say thank you so much for joining us on our show. And you revealed a whole new world of canine couture and feline elegance. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining us today on our show and helping us learn how we can use fashion to bond with the four-legged family members that we all love and cherish. So thank you again for joining us.
Very grateful for this interview. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you.
And what we learned today is that Shantell offers more than just designs. She offers an avenue where you can bond with your beloved four-legged family friend. And she offers inspiration in new types of styles for unique events. So not only can you have something for Christmas and New Year's Eve and perhaps St. Patrick's Day and all of those other holidays, but if there's something that's meaningful to you and there's a unique sort of look she is the person that can help create it and make it a reality. Shantell Designs has grown from a one-woman show that started on Facebook and Instagram and Etsy and has graduated to shantelldesigns.com, where you can make special requests or buy something that she already has in stock. So with that, we want to say, maybe what you want to do is surprise the world with something that's a little unique, something that's not found at your average pet store. Maybe what you want to do is take the time to find a special occasion to go out with your friends and show off the outfit that you have for your dog or cat. And with that, we want to say thank you for joining us and for listening to the wisdom of perseverance from Shantell at Shantell Designs. And until we bond again.